know the old saying that I've lost faith in humanity? I've lost faith in all of humanity. Well, actually, no. I haven't lost faith in all of humanity. I've just lost faith in all of fucking Christianity right now. As of right now, I'm seriously reconsidering, like, my beliefs right now. Because there are fucking people out in the world, like the fucking Duggars family, that will sit there and downplay molestation charges. Okay, so everyone should know this by now, but everyone should know about the whole freaking Josh Duggars incident, the molestation incident, the fact that he went and molested his own sisters. Take that in mind, his own sisters. And people just went and he went and covered it up, and now people are saying that we should like focus on Josh Duggars. Bullshit. What he did was so wrong, and finally, after I guess maybe weeks or speculation of this, I don't know how long it was when this whole thing came out, but finally, the mother and father of Josh fucking Duggars made a video. Or not made a video. They not made a video. They were interviewed by Megyn Kelly from Fox News, and all they did was practically downplay the fucking molestation charges. Josh Duggars' parents downplay molestation. This was not rape or anything like that. Really? Then what was it? Let's read the article. Josh Duggars' parents, Jim, Bob, and Michelle, spoke out about the molestation scandal in a Fox News interview on Wednesday night. While they did admit their son's wrongdoing, the 19 kids and counting stars seemed to minimize his actions throughout their conversation with Megyn Kelly. Only the Duggars could be exposed for covering up child molestation and somehow still make themselves the fucking victim. That is so fucking pathetic. It's just, wow. According to Vox, the interview was a way for the Duggars to attempt save face, and perhaps to save their long-running TV show that was recently removed from TLC's lineup. And I'm glad that the Learning Channel removed it, and I hope it stays removed for the end of fucking time. Because we don't need family who goes by the fucking moral say that they constantly go on this fucking front of moral and fucking values. How they're so moral and so fucking perfect, but yet they cover up a horrible thing, like this scandal that happened with their own kid, is beyond me. And yet it just really shows how where their fucking morals are at. During the Kelly File interview, both Jim, Bob, and Michelle downplayed Josh's molestation of his sisters and another young girl, stating that both the touching happened, quote, over their clothes. So it's really not molestation when it's over their fucking clothes. Jim Bob went to say that there were also instances where John touched under the girl's clothes, but it was only for a few seconds. I need a fucking beer for this, man. And I don't even drink beer. Jesus. I'm drinking water, by the way. This was not rape or anything like that. This was touching. This was like touching somebody over their clothes. There were a couple of instances where I touched them under their clothes, but it was like a few seconds. Reality Blurred Andy Deinhardt points out that Michelle Duggars seemed to be more concerned about how her daughters have been, quote, victimized by the public. Quote, victimized. Oh my God. By the public than what her son Josh did to them. Well, it's kind of hard not to victimize them when they were molested by Josh. It's kind of hard, jackass. All you need to know is how their horrific responses that they think the disclosure of Josh's molestation is worse than his actual molestation. Michelle Duggar actually said this about her daughters. They've been victimized more by what happened and what has happened in these last couple of weeks than they were 12 years. Really? Really? So you're gonna sit there and tell me, and tell everyone who watched that interview, that basically your fucking daughters are more fucking traumatized by the fact that more and more people want Josh's head on a pike, but yet they weren't traumatized by Josh's molestation act when he was... No, that's so stupid. That's so stupid, and you're pathetic. Fox's Megyn Kelly criticized In Touch magazine for publishing an illegally released police report. How the fuck was it illegal? How the fuck was it illegal? The fucking officer did the job. I'm sorry, I didn't know that I didn't know doing your job was now considered illegal. Sparking another odd response from the Duggars. When Kelly pointed out that the records were not subject to disclosure because they were pertaining to juveniles, Jim Bob revealed that he and his wife want to be advocates for the protection of juvenile records, once again downplaying that Josh molested his own sisters. The big picture is protecting juvenile records. We want to advocate protecting juvenile records. So you don't want to. So you would rather advocate. You would rather advocate protecting of juvenile records than advocating for the protection of your own fucking children. I'm done. I can't deal with this. Nope. I can't do it. I can't. Oh my god. You've got to be fucking kidding me. You've got to be fucking kidding me! The Duggars reality TV show 19 Kids and Counting has been off the air since Josh's molestation charges surfaces online. There is no word as to when or if the show will be put back on TLC's schedule. Well, at this point, I highly doubt that it's going to get re-put on because of what's going on, because this is such bullshit. This is such... wow. The fact that you morons, you fucking morons, are going to sit there and say, we want to advocate for protecting of juvenile records. But yet you're not going to say that we advocate for protecting our children. Children. Not your children's lives, but juvenile records. The records are more important to you than your own fucking children. That goes to show where you're fucking... It just goes to show where your morals stand. You claim to be this whole high morally perfect people, but yet when it comes to this shit, you would rather show your true fucking colors. And I know for a fact that people like Joshua Fiersteiner is gonna fucking be on your side, and fucking Mike Huckabee, which I'm surprised he's still gonna be able to fucking get any votes because of this scandal. It's just so... wow. It's pathetic by you fucktards. It is pathetic. And since this interview has been on Twitter, so it's the hashtag Duggar interview, let's go to that Twitter hashtag right now and see what people are saying. So yeah, at TLC, here's our opinion. Cancel hashtag 19. That Duggar train wreck is a pile of stinking shame, especially after the Duggar interview. That's a perfect favorite by me. Duggar interview was one of the most disgusting things. Oh my god. Churches are quick to send people on their way with no real help. Duggar interview. Hashtag Duggar interview. I'm all about forgiveness when people learn a lesson. Don't know about that. Duggar interview. There is no way that anyone should be defending him. In my eyes, his actions are not excusable or forgivable. Call the government, the governor of Arkansas, and demand state intervention. Rape and cover-ups are illegal. Yes. Favor that shit. And the language they use to describe this. My god, improper touching, only a few seconds. I can't. Of course, how can anyone can to this fucking stupid bullshit? For Jim Bob to dismiss his son's actions because the victims were asleep and didn't know is disgusting and dangerous. Duggar interviewed Duggar's sisters, Jill and Jenna, revealed as two of their brothers' molestation victims. Whatever. Those parents need a good old-fashioned British slap and some more. Then take their kids off of them forever. Perfect. I can't wait for the Duggar family reunion where molestation is as much of a family tradition than a potato sack race. Sorry about that. But yeah, as you can see, no one likes the Duggars anymore, especially the smart and majority people. Oh my god, these people are pathetic. The fact that they fit this molestation charges. And finally, to anyone who agrees with the fucking Duggars and think that what Josh did was not molestation, I'm going to give you the exact definition of child sexual abuse, which is what Josh fucking did. Child sexual abuse is a form of child abuse in which a child is abused for sexual gratification of an adult or older adolescent. It includes direct sexual contact, the adult or otherwise older person engaging in indecent exposure of the genitals, female nipples, etc. to a child with intent to gratify their own sexual desires or to intimidate or groom the child. Asking or pressuring a child to engage in sexual activities, displaying pornography to a child, or using a child to produce child pornography. The effects of child sexual abuse include shame, self-blame, depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, self-esteem issues, sexual dysfunction, chronic pelvic pain, addiction, self-injury, suicidal ideation, borderline personality disorder, and propensity to re-victimize in adulthood. Child sexual abuse is a risk factor to our attempting suicide. Much of the harm caused by the victims becomes apparent after the years of abuse happens. Sexual abuse by a family member is a form of incest and results in a more serious long-term psychological trauma, especially in the case of parental incest. See that line? Family member child abuse is a form of incest. Incest. And they're downplaying incest. Such a loving, caring Christian family. Fuck the Duggars. I am so done. This is such bullshit that it's making me seriously reconsider my beliefs. The fact that there are people on this world like the Duggars that will downplay what sexual molestation and would rather fucking advocate for the protection of juvenile records instead of their own kids is beyond. Oh my god! These people cannot be so morally wrong. And they claim to be one of the most moral families in America. I'm glad their show got canceled, and I hope it stays canceled for the rest of their lives. And they still play the victim card. They're pathetic. My God. I'm done. Goodbye. Crazy Pain 93 out. You parents are sick. You're disgusting. And you should be ashamed for what you have done. Goodbye.